What is going on with your YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. Yes, this is what you're watching. NBA Live 14, man. Don't forget to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you're brand new here. Next generation coverage will be flowing out of my channel. All right, man, I had to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about how bad the game is, and we're going to talk about the apology that was issued. All right, man, let me just start off by saying I haven't really, gave my impressions of the game, but it's just as bad as I thought it was. Um, there are all kind of horrible aspects in this game. One, people are saying, oh, if you're just interested in graphics and animations, you don't really care about simulation gameplay. Man, it's a complete package. Simulation gameplay is the whole shebang. The whole shebang. It's not just, the fundamentals. It's the whole thing, how the game looks, how it moves, things you could do, how sluggish it is. That has to do with everything. And it's really hard to get to something that's fundamental if it's so ugly that it doesn't look at that. Well, I shouldn't be able to do anything that doesn't look like basketball in this game. And this game allows you to do a lot that doesn't look like basketball. But yeah, it's hard to get to the fundamentals if it doesn't look like basketball. And a lot of these animations don't look like basketball moves. Look, I'll say this. I guess I'll start off with the goods because there's so much bad to talk about. And literally, there's only really one redeeming quality I found in this game, and it's really not a redeeming quality, but it can be, is it has nostalgia purposes, because it feels like an old basketball game, is what it feels like. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when basketball games used to feel like this. You know what I mean? I jumped up straight up in the air, blocked the shot, you heard it. It sounded like somebody got shot. I was like, I remember this. So yeah, it does have some PS1, PS2 nostalgic purpose to it. But pretty much that's about all it has going for it. The game moves. There's something. There's definitely something up. I gotta put my finger on it. I don't know if I ever will be, but there's something different about the way 2K covers or captures motion, the motion capture of athletes, in a way EA does. Because so far, 2K is by far, in a way, blown out any EA product as far as motion capture. I think the most realistic game EA has that does motion capture is FIFA. Because I'm not the biggest soccer head, so I can't really call it actually. But as far as basketball and football goes, 2K is by far light years beyond NBA or EA Sports as far as motion capture and making players look like actual realistic moving parts. This game is bad all around. Graphics. I guess some of the maybe simulation principles are here. I do see a little boxing out at times that you don't get in 2K. But as far as this game looking like basketball, nah, it looks like a video game. It looks like a video game from, back in the day. This game would have been acceptable if this what NBA Elite would have been. Then it still wouldn't have been better than 2K12. But, which is sad, because this is next generation. And I'll tell you why I can't forgive EA. But this product is not acceptable with the hardware that is pushing this product. It's just not. It's not just how bad the game is. It's all the circumstances surrounding it. All right. So somebody jumped down my throat when I said, oh, this is what they came up with in 3 years. And they said, well, if you did your research, first of all, look at this. When I put my hand up in that animation, you are stuck to the ground. I just wanted to show y'all that you are stuck to the ground. You can't move. That's a done deal. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just EA logic. But somebody jumped down my throat, said, yo, if you would have been following the situation, they've only been developing this game for 1 year, not 3. I'm like, all right, man, you took all this time off, right, to rebuild your game because you knew it was a mess. And that's even worse, that you took 1 year to develop a game instead of taking the necessary time to push the product forward. If you really put this game on a regular development cycle after you've been given, basically a blessing by getting a leave from basketball, because to me that's the one thing that holds sports games back in general, is the production cycle is so short that even when there's no innovation there, you got to push out a game. So you've had all this time, but you weren't willing to pay your employees and build whatever type technology for the last couple of years to give us an incredible next generation experience. So that's one of the main reasons I can't give it a pass, is because this game is exclusively for the next gen. And the main reason I can't give this a pass is because they're selling this game for $60. If this was on the PSN store for $25 or on Xbox Live for $25, I'd say, yo, I don't know why anybody would buy it, but for the price, I can see where you're coming from. You know, maybe you got to get a basketball fix, but you don't have $60. Go ahead and do what you do. But, you know, I used to be one of, look at that nonsense. I used to be one of those people that said we need competition. That's, you know, we can't push, you know, the genre of sports is pushed forward best when we have competition. I used to be one of those people till maybe a year or so ago, maybe a couple months ago, actually, to where I'm saying, yo, we need competition, but not at the cost of my dollar. You know what I mean? It's like if they would have, you know, made this game $25, it would have been a situation where you're in Target, you see Tide, you know it gets your whites white, and you see Gain, and it's half the price, and you can say, I know it's not going to get my clothes as clean as Tide, but it's half the price. That's what you would have been able to say with NBA Live. But the fact that I have to pay, somebody's going to pay $60 for this product is ridiculous, and I think that's why I don't accept their apology. Now, they've already issued a statement. The executive producer, Sean O'Brien, issued a statement. It was basically public relations, them trying to get in front of the situation. They got a lot of bad press from this game, so the best thing to do is, when your product sucks, is figure out the best way to say, we're sorry our product sucks, without saying those exact words. And that's basically what they did. When you say, we hear loud and clear that some of you are disappointed in various aspects of NBA Live 14, and I'm sorry if the game doesn't live up to your expectations. That's public relations 101. It's just an apology saying, yo, you paid $60 for a steamy, you opened up your box and got a steamy pile in there. And basically they go on and, you know, BS you and say, you know what, through patches, we're going to help the animations and graphics. Man, if you believe that, you deserve everything that's coming to you for buying this. Now, I'm not going to criticize people for liking this game. You know what? Because the people that like this game are fans. And what I mean by fans of NBA Live, they're fanatics. And if you think about a fan, it's, you know, a fan of sports. Yo, I like the Denver Broncos. When they suck, I like them. When they trade my favorite player, I like them. When they raise whatever ticket prices, even though I don't live in Denver, people there like them. They can do anything, and you're stuck. You like them. And that's what NBA Live fans are. They like the product no matter what. Now, I can't be a fan of a corporation. It's already bad enough I'm a fan of a sports team that really doesn't care about me. All they care about is getting my money. That's a whole nother tangent. But I cannot be a fan of a product. I'm not an NBA 2K fan. I like the game. I like NBA 2K14. If they came out with a horrible game, I don't like it. I'm not a fan. People use the word fanboy and fan as they're two different words. They're not. Fan is short for fanatic, and if you look up the definition for fanatic, what the people that are supporting NBA Live are doing are just being fans. It's rather ridiculous. I'm over here looking like Allen Iverson with Derek Fisher, but yo, I'm ignoring that. I'm not focusing on the gameplay. Y'all see what this game is. I'm wearing my Christmas jerseys. Derek Fisher looks like, I don't know, he might have just got off the pipe, but I can get past the graphics, yo. I can get past graphics if the animations were cool. You got to give me one or the other. But okay, so let me check out this apology. Let me read what he was saying. He said the game's too hard. That's why we don't like it. Knock it off. Really, what this should have said was, we hear you loud and clear. We're going to cut the price of this game, give it to you for half price until we can make it better. NBA Live 15, we're going to build on this product. Now, if this product goes away, I really don't care. I know people are saying you need competition. I don't need bad competition, especially for the same value as the good product. So sound off in the comments, man. I know it feels like piling on with NBA Live. I know it feels like, oh, it's doing bad. Let's make a video talking about how much it sucks. No, it doesn't. I'm just talking about the business practices of the people that put out this game. It's terrible. You're going to tell me we hear you loud and clear. We know what we did. We sold you a product from the jump we knew was inferior to what's out on the market, and we're going to give it to you for full price. All right, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.